All right. Welcome, 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 everybody, for everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube, and those who are so gracious enough to join me live on this Zoom. Thank you so very much for joining us. This is our monthly collective reading and doing the month of July. All right. So this time it's going to be a little different. I'm not beating any cards this time to find out what spirit is going to tell me or anything. I actually received a lot of downloads this whole week. I just been receiving things, download after download after download. So this is a collective reading. So eat the meat and spit out the bones. If it resonates to you, awesome. If it does not resonate, then that's okay. Just take what does. All right. Now, everything that will be said might not resonate with you, and that's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. It might not be for everybody, but you take what does and you use it, okay, for your advantage and for your elevation, okay? If you do, at the end of this recording, I will turn the recording off. If anybody would like a individual reading for the month of July, you already know it's $25 a person. And I do a full reading, including oracle cards and clarifying cards, as you can see them beautifully collected and waiting right here. For those of you who are on YouTube, I will have a way for you to contact me and get an individual reading from me. That information will be down in the description box, okay? All right, so y'all get ready. Get y'all pen and papers ready. I have pages, and as you can see, they are front and back. Spirit was rambling here. Spirit was like this, and I'm like, oh, okay. Get your pens and papers ready. Okay, so there's a few messages that are individual messages for certain people. Take it as it resonates. I'd never write these with anybody in mind. I always do these as spirit is telling me. I'm just writing them down as spirit is telling me. Okay. So no one was in my mind when I was writing them, but if it does resonate, please have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. I'm just a messenger. All right. I am just the messenger. All right. So first things first for the month of July. July is going to bring in a lot of favor. So a lot of you guys who had a June, and June was just not your month, is going to be a turnaround and a different story for the month of July. So cycles will be closing out. And I'm talking about financial cycles, and I'm also talking about cycles with relationships. They're going to be closing out. So for some of you dealing with finances, it's been feeling like your money hasn't been circulating right. Like you're working harder, but your money isn't doing exactly what you would like for it to do. You're not getting to that position of where you want to get to with your money, right? So this will change, and opportunities will be coming in for you in July. They'll be presented to you. Some of these opportunities, you'll be like, hold up, are you for real? But it is an opportunity. Just be patient. This too shall pass. Things will change for you. The opportunities will come. Take your time and breathe, okay? Because there's going to be some differences going on for you in the next month here. Okay, thank God for a new month. Thank God for new opportunities, right? All right. Now, for some of you, the cycles will be closing in your favor, and it has something to do with a relationship. Some of you, it's your relationship. You have been feeling unseen, unappreciated, and unloved lately. So this cycle is ending. Most will be walking away from certain people, walking away from certain partners, walking away from certain situationships, walking away from a broken relationship, period, and focusing more so on yourself. All right. And some will be having a long talk with your partner and coming to an understanding and moving forward. If you're one of those ones who feel as though that it's just a conversation that needs to be had, go ahead and have that conversation. Understand that a conversation is a two-way street. You can't just be unloading your feelings and what you know and what your opinions are and not allowing your partner to unload their feelings as well. It is a two-way street, okay? So allow your partner to express what they are feeling and what they are going through in a position with you as well. It's a two-sided thing. All right. Now, this one is for specific people. It's not for everybody as far as a relationship and a cycle with a relationship. Okay. Like I said before, don't shoot the messenger. So, you know, this relationship, it's just for show. It's just for show. It's just for you to say that you got a relationship. Now, that's for somebody. I don't know who it's for, but that's for somebody. So it's just a front. Okay. In front of others, you make it seem like all is well and you have the best man, you got the best female, but deep, deep down in your soul and behind closed door, you know for a fact this union isn't hitting on nothing. I mean, it ain't hitting on nada. It's just for show. You know that person don't want you, and you know you don't want that person. You know you're in a situation where you are claiming to be submissive, but only because the other person wants you to be. That's not what you want. That is not what you want. That is not what you need at this moment too. You're feeling pressured, you're under control, you're under a whole bunch of pressure in this relationship, and you know it. You know it. But on social media, in front of other people, you're like, man, this the bee's knees. The bee's knees around here, and it's not. And it's not. So this will be highlighted in July for you personally. But the wheel will turn in your favor and you will be in good standings, but only if you let it be and you be real to yourself. You got to be real to yourself about your situation. You got to be real to yourself on how you feel. And you got to be real to your partner and let them know like, yo, this ain't even hitting on nothing. And we faking it. We faking it. I'm not happy. You're not happy. You're only happy if I do this. And I'm only happy if you do certain things, but we're not happy with each other. All right. Don't kill the messenger, y'all. So some of you are going to also experience some soul shifts, and it will be a bit intense for you. So a lot of things that you've been holding on to, a lot of things that you believe in are going to change. Your belief system is either going to elevate to the next level, or you're going to go through a time where you're just not sure what to do. You're not sure what to believe in. You're not sure what direction that you need to go in. My advice for you is to really hunker down, write down what you're feeling so that you could get a clearer path about your soul and your soul's purpose, okay? All right. Many of you, and this has something to do with the soul shifts as well, with everything shifting to different directions for you. Many of you have gifts. And I mean spiritual gifts. You feel them. You know that they are there. You know you're supposed to use them. But you also fear your gifts. You're afraid of them. That's something that you just are scared of. That's something that you just don't know what to do with. So you have been hiding behind this fear. And you've been riding that fear wave for a while, allowing the fear to create excuses for you. Create excuses for why you're not tapping in, why you're not using your gifts, and why you're not doing further and more for others with your gifts. And Spirit gave me some of those excuses. Ugh. I'm sorry, y'all. That thunder was loud. Had to shut that window right quick. Okay. And you've been writing on these excuses, and some of those excuses are, and take what resonates, it's not for everybody. People gonna think I'm weird. What if I see something that scares me? What if I can't control myself and control my gifts? What if my church outcasts me? For those of you who go to church every Sunday or Saturday, what if my church outcasts me? What if people think I'm a witch? My advice to you, for somebody who has been using my gifts for a long time, for somebody who's been using my gifts in the church and outside of the church, for somebody who knows how it is when you have a gift that a lot of people don't understand. The fact that you say people gonna think that you're weird. Baby, you can wear an outfit and they're gonna think you're weird. You could have certain hairstyles. You could change your hairstyle color and dye your hair blue, and they're gonna be like, well, she weird for that. You could buy a vehicle that everybody don't like, and they'd be like, oh, that's weird. You could eat certain things and they think you weird. People think you weird when you go vegetarian. People think you weird when you go vegan. People think you weird when you wear natural hair. So what? So what if they think you weird? They weird too. That's their opinion of you. And not everybody is going to share that same opinion. There's going to be people that need your gifts. There's going to be people that need you to express what you need to express via your gifts for them, because they need you. And they're not afraid of your gifts. They're not afraid of who you are. Okay? For those of you who are saying that, what if I can't control my gift? That's why you practice. That's why you learn about your gifts. If your gift is the gift of sight, you learn about the gift of sight. You got a computer in your hand, day in, day and out, day and night. You have a computer right in your hand. You rather look at TikTok videos, scroll on Facebook, text your boo, but you're not going to text Google and be like, clairvoyancy. Or go on Facebook and join a group with other people who have those same gifts that are willing to help you and willing to help you to adjust. What if you can't control your gifts? It's your gift. You are the vessel that holds it. If you couldn't control the gift, you think it would have been given to you? Would it have been given to you if you couldn't control it? Would you have been born in a bloodline where people are able to harness this gift and pass it down from generation to generation if you couldn't control it? There's more people in your family that have the same gift that you have, more than you think, but they don't talk about it. So you want to be just like them? The choice is yours. What if my church outcasts me? Girl, your church will outcast you with the same Bible that all the prophets and the seers are in. They'll outcast you for being a seer and a prophet. There's some denominations out there that believe that prophets and seers died with Jesus in this day and age. But then there are a lot of denominations out there that they are very spiritual. Not every church is created equal. If that church outcasts you, find another. Let me tell you something. On my street alone, there's at least 3, and 2 of them in the same parking lot. Babe, they come a dime a dozen, sweetheart. Or you are the church. You can't outcast yourself. Huh? You the church. You allow the Holy Spirit to come in and to operate you and draw all men to you that need your services. Let's be real. Let's be real. What if people think I'm a witch? Child, if you go to certain places and you wear heels, they're gonna think you a witch. If you're educated about your ancestry, they think you a witch. And baby, if you got my skin tone right here, they already think you a witch because of your bloodline. Why do you think they erased this bloodline? Why do you think they don't want you to know about this history right here that goes beyond the United States, that goes across waters? Child, let me tell you something. I was brought up in the church and I was a prophetess at a church, praise and worship leader, Bible study teacher, all of that. You know how many witches go to church? Come on, somebody. Do you know how many witches go to church? Do you know how many pastors who are warlocks? Come a dime a dozen in New Orleans, Louisiana, baby. Let's go. You don't worry about all of this is you worrying about what other people have to say and you also not believing in your strength. You worrying about what other people got to say about you. Why don't you worry about you? Stop creating excuses, all right? Next, some of you don't have those excuses. You allow distractions to justify not going deeper. You allow distractions with your family, distractions with your job, distractions with your friends, distractions with society, that submarine that was going on. Some of y'all use that as an excuse to, oh no, they can't find the submarine. I guess I'll go deeper into my gifts another day. What you see on the news and so on and so forth, when that urge come up for you to go deeper, you validate not trying with, I need to take care of my bills. I need support from my friends. I need to handle this first, then I'll tap in. You put everything as a priority except you and your purpose and your destiny and your gifts. You put everything as a priority.
Go ahead and teach, sister. Talk that mess.
Thank you, Twan. You put everything as a priority, except for all of that. And then when push comes to shove and something, oh, well, I knew that. I had a feeling about that. Why you didn't say anything? Why didn't you tell somebody? Why didn't you use your gift and, use your purpose and really, you could have saved somebody. Even if you don't understand what you see in some images that I see, I don't understand them all the way because they flash so quick and there be so many things. But then I say something even still. I'm like, look, I see tires. So I'm thinking it's your car. Be careful in your car, okay? Like, I don't know what else to tell you because that's all I see. Say something. I see a tub of water. So be careful with your kids in water, okay? If you got a little baby, kids like to play in water. You don't want them to fall in and can't get themselves out. Be careful. You might be saving somebody. You might be looking out for somebody. Say something. Use your gift. Stop putting everything else as a problem. I don't want them to think you weird. Let me tell you something. They're going to think you even more weird if you ain't say nothing. I bet you that's the catch-22. I've been through that too many times for me not to tell you the real. Okay, there's so many things that I've seen and I didn't say anything. And I was like, dang, I did see this, but I didn't say anything. Well, why you ain't say nothing? I could have saved money. I could have did this. So you think they're going to think you weird either way. I'm just being real with you. Just being real. Some of you have a destiny that doesn't involve just experiencing life and you know it, but won't take action on it. There's going to be some events in the month of July and it's going to throw that into your face. So what you going to do? That's the real question. What you going to do when that happens? When those events start coming up and it's thrown right into your face. what you gonna do. Okay. So energies in the month of July. In July, you're going to your cutoff game is about to be strong. I mean, Debo strong. It's gonna be like Debo from Friday cutting people off. Okay. Along with it will be a lot of logic as to why you are cutting off people, why you cutting off activities and situations. You're going to know why, and it's going to be justifiable. It's like a cloud will be lifted, a veil will be torn in July, and you will see and think a lot clearer than you are right now. Okay. This will bring in an energy of new creativity, new possessions, meaning gifts, money, opportunities, relationships, developing wealth, vitality, and abundance. It will bring your emotions into a better space of clarity, knowing that what you want and standing on it. You're going to get that clarity, okay? Now, watch out not to block yourself, though, and being too arrogant. Okay? Don't be too arrogant with the new, okay? The new, or too emotional with what's going to happen. Be careful not to be too defensive in this month. Yes, you're going to be cutting off some things. You're going to be strong. That cutoff game going to be strong, but don't be too defensive, all right? As you reflect on certain issues and cut off certain things, don't fall into that defensive mode. Instead, be offensive, okay? Be offensive. Be on the watch. Be aware of what's around you. Be aware of the energies that you feel. Be aware and alert. When it's time for you to take action, take action. So don't be on the defense, be on the offense. Make sure that they don't even see you coming. They might think that they're going to have you, but then you're going to be right there in the cut, ready to push them out, cut them off. So watch out for everything, cutting off or taking action where need be. Some people in some situations are going to come just to trigger you into greatness and to trigger that greatness inside of you. So be on the offensive, use your discernment, understand what needs to be cut off and what doesn't need to be cut off. Really reflect on it, all right? Self-love and finding new appreciation for who you are. That energy is going to come in through the month of July. And I felt that energy so thick that I even created an event around it. And for those of you who are on here, I'll put the link to RSVP in the chat before I log off, and I will be putting that information up possibly tomorrow for everybody else. Now, self-love doesn't only mean self-care and knowing that you love yourself, looking in the mirror and being conceited. No, just because you come to a self-love event, that doesn't mean that you don't love yourself also. It just means that you're going to find new techniques to up your self-love and put yourself as a priority, especially us who are parents, especially us who work hard jobs and are always at work. Sometimes we could put ourselves on the back burner. So this self-love event is just going to be something to kind of get y'all a little in tune to continue on this self-love journey. But in the month of July, that's going to be something very heavy. Self-love, you're going to have that urge to go off on yourself. You're going to have the urge to go do things for yourself. You're going to have that urge to buy things for yourself and have at it, baby. Do it. Do it. All of that is going to fall in place in the month of July, connecting more with you, connecting with your shadow self, that other side of you that you don't want everybody to see, and being okay with your shadow self. and learning to appreciate that side of you, okay? And integrating that side of you and being like, you know what? Sometimes I cuss a lot. Oh, well. You know what? Sometimes some things get on my nerves and I don't like it. And I don't have to be nice about it all the time. That's just me. And I like me just the way I am. So you integrating with your shadow self, a lot of that is going to be happening in the month of July. So this one isn't for everyone, but a few of you don't want to put in the hard work to elevate. Some of you want it to come easy. Y'all want it to be easy peasy with no sweat. And I totally understand that. I get that. You know, sometimes you don't want to see your darkness. Sometimes you don't want to see the bad part of yourself, you know, but it's there. It's projected. You attract people to you that has those same attributes, and then you start hating on them, but that's you. You a reflection of them, right? But you want to cover that up. You don't like that person being fake, knowing that sometimes you could be fake. Oh, I totally understand. I get it. So my response to that would be, no one has ever won on easy. Even in the video games, when you put it on easy mode, you still got to play it. It's still a little hard. You still got to find out what you got to do in certain levels, right? You still might lose that level a little bit. You know what I'm saying? No one has won on easy. Olympic gold medalists all had to train for years to win the gold. They had to put blood, sweat, and tears and dedication to themselves and to their dreams to make it. Singers go through hours of vocal training. I remember in high school going through hours in the morning before school even started. I had to be in that choir room with my vocal coach, and we had to do an hour's worth of rhythm, an hour's worth of breath work, an hour's worth of singing and doing vocal exercises. Doing all of that stuff, doing all of that stuff, right? It isn't enough to have a good voice. You need to learn how to breathe via your diaphragm, learn when to come in on your part, know terms like crescendo, decrescendo, staccato, and may have to learn how to play the keyboard so that you can practice on your own and play your own part to make sure that you are on keys, and to train your ear to know what you're listening out for. So everything takes work. If you are trying to get to yourself better and get over your fears and be the best version of you, you're going to have to put that work. And in July, that's going to be something that is just going to be out there in front of you. Those energies of, I want to be better. I want to get out of this mode. I want to stop being afraid of this. I want this anxiety to go away. I want this. But if you want the anxiety to go away, you're going to have to face those fears. You're going to have to really answer those questions. What am I so anxious about? Why does this make me fearful? You're going to have to put that work in. No one wins on easy. And even if they do win on easy, on the back end of that win, they got to put that work in. Because winning is not the end. When the Olympic gold medalists, when they win the gold medal, don't they have to work harder for the other ones that's coming after them? Let's go. Don't they have to like go on TV and do all these interviews because they win? Winning is not the end. It ain't the end. So even if you did win on easy, on the back end, you're going to get it. You're going to have to work it some type of way. And in July, you're going to see that up in your face. All up in your face, all up in your business, all up in your juice. All right. Now this one is another, let's see, did I get my pages on you? No, I didn't. I had to turn the page. Okay. Here you go. All right. So also in the month of July, a lot of people are going to go through some type of judgment. Okay. It's going to be some type of spiritual judgment. Don't get too scared or whatnot. It might not be, a punishment judgment, but it might be a judgment of, to self-evaluate. That type of judgment. It's going to be like a self-judgment, right? It's going to cause you to kind of self-evaluate, review, and revise the energy of rebirth from within. You're going to want to feel like, hey, just another way of looking at it, just want to elevate and be a little different and be the best version of yourself. And to elevate, you do have to put in that work, and you do have to understand what your shadow self, those versions of yourself are. But at the same time, you're going to have to go through the spirit of judgment too. Judging the things that you know were not right, reviewing it and revising yourself, revising your behavior. You could say, I'm sorry as much as you want, but if you want to have the same behavior, you're not sorry. You're not sorry. But if you're sorry and you self-evaluate, you review and you revise who you are, the behaviors, the patterns that you do certain things, then there is a rebirth within yourself. Okay? Be on the lookout for ruminating thoughts taking away your peace in July. All right? July marks us entering the second half of the year. A lot of things that you wanted to get done in the beginning of the year that you wrote down in January, you might not have even gotten started yet. A lot of things that are coming from your past, thinking about or focusing on the past hurts, the trials and tribulations, where you want to be. I'm also hearing stay out of your children's business. I don't know who that's for. All right, stay out of your children's business. It's okay to support them, but some lessons they must learn on their own. Give advice when they ask for it, but let them live. They will come out stronger if you're not hovering over them. Let them live. I don't know who that is for. Okay. All right. Let them live. Let them live. So please be very, very careful with your thoughts, what you are thinking, what you are allowing to go through your mind about your past, about past hurts. Be very, very careful not to enter into depression with that. Be very careful. Don't enter into depression with that, okay? Don't go into that dark space. And if you so happen to slip into that dark space, get out. Understand that's where you are. Understand why you are there and get out of it. All right. All right, now this one is going to be a little cutthroat. I love y'all. Remember, I'm just a messenger. That's what Spirit was telling me. All right, in July, some of you are going to find out how much you are a fake friend, how much you're not a real friend. That's going to come up. You're going to have some relationships, some friendships that's going to end. You heard me? You're going to have some of your friends that's going to keep it real with you and be like, you fake as fuck. Excuse my language. Okay? Now, this is why this is going to come up, just so that you can know. You compare yourself with everyone and seem to think you're better. You think you're a better woman, or you think you're a better man than your friends, your family, your co-workers. You think you're just a better. You're sneaky and you are fake, and you know it. It's not that you don't know it. You know it. You are barely real to yourself. You have this God complex, this God-like mentality. You see the weaknesses of others and you validate yourself as real man or real woman because they don't have the same lack as you do, or their weaknesses are different than yours, or they go through different situations that you probably wouldn't go through. So you feel as though you're better than them. You wonder why things can't go your way, and is a surprise when you get hurt. You get surprised when things don't happen for you, as if you don't have some messed up ways. July is about to show you who you are in many ways. You will be you will be in situations that are not comfortable, but at the same time, you created it. You created that with your own mentality. No possessions, no money or charm is going to get you out of this one. Ooh. This will humble you, and you will gain perspective on who you are and bring you some humility. This will change your trajectory on your thoughts and how you see others. This time, you won't just talk about how kind, how loving, how deserving you are. You will be about it. Because July will show you that all that time that you was talking about how kind and how good and how special you were, you was talking to yourself, and you was trying to prove it to yourself more than you was talking to other people. The whole time you was trying to convince you, because you knew deep down inside you were not all that. A real man, a real woman, a real gifted person, a real wealthy person, a real loving person, so on and so forth, don't have to say it because they are it. I don't have to say I'm gifted. A lot of people just know I am just by my conversation with them, just by me speaking to them. There's times where I want to hide my gifts, but then I start speaking with somebody and they be like, yo, you smart, yeah. Oh, you got some knowledge on you. Oh, you got some wisdom. You know, they say things like that. And I'll be like, yeah, hi. You don't have to say it because you are it. Volvo, Aston Martin, Lamborghini, luxury cars, expensive, but they don't have to advertise to anybody or anyone who they are. Everybody know their worth. Remember, all of this is turning out in your favor. It might not feel like it. It might not look like it, but it is in your favor for the month of July, if you allow it. If you allow the energies to teach you. If you be real to yourself. If you just hunker down and be like, you know what? I don't need to be doing these things anymore. You know what? I could put myself a little bit first before anybody else. You know what? I deserve to have self-love, especially us parents who consistently have to take care of children, especially us who have to work and take care of other people. July will show you exactly who you are and what needs to be changed. If you need help, help is available to you. Take away that pride. Put that pride aside. That pride ain't never helped you. That pride kept you in circles. That pride kept you unfed. Spiritually, and it kept you unfed. Energetic wise, it kept you unfed. Physically. Allow yourself to be put in a better place. These energies that's coming in July is new creativity, new possessions. It will bring you into an emotional place that is better, a better space. Clarity, knowing what you want and how to stand on it. If you need assistance and you just kind of a little shy talking about it, and you don't, you need that help, but you rather do it all on your own. I understand. You're not ready to let go of that pride just yet. Everybody have been there before for something or another, right? If you go on my website, qsinfinite.com, if you're watching on Facebook, it's in my description. It's pinned. It's definitely pinned to my wall. Go to qsinfinite.com and go to programs, and you will see a $10 workbook on self-development. You will see a $10 workbook on self-development. That workbook has some exercises in there to kind of understand who you are. That workbook also has pages in the back. It has at least 30 pages for gratitude. So each and every day you want to write something down on my gratitude journal. It also have more than 80, I think I put 80 pages of journal writing in there for you to journal all types of discoveries about yourself. $10. A workbook, a gratitude, got gratitude pages for each and every day, and a little journal in the back. Some journal lines so you to write and notate and put notes in. $10. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it. Go to qsinfinite.com. For those of you who are on YouTube, I'll put it in the description a little later on when I upload this video. But for those of you who are watching on Facebook, it's pinned on my page, B. Karen Tillis, and it's also pinned on my business page, Queen Seer. QS Infinite, go to programs, and it's right there. If you are on the home page and you see Etsy shop, one of the buttons is also the self-development workbook. Just click on that self-development workbook button, and it'll take you to my Etsy shop, and it's still $10. And once I see that you put the order in, I email you that PDF. Print it out, put it in a journal, put it in a binder, work it out, baby. If you need one-on-one sessions, I got that too for you. I'm here if you need me. Trust and believe. All right, so this concludes the collective reading. Thank you so very much for joining. For those of you who are watching on Facebook and you want an individual reading, go ahead and message me on Messenger and I'll get together with you to make an appointment for us to get together. It is $25. For those of you on YouTube, I will have a contact information on YouTube in the description for you to contact me for your individual readings for July. Thank you so very much for joining. Love you all to pieces. Bye-bye. See you for next month's reading.